Hey, how's it guys? In this video, we're going to learn how to solve a SQL interview question called make a pivot table to find the highest payment in each year for each employee. The question is coming from city of San Francisco and the question difficulty is really hard. Now here let's look at the description. So for this problem, we need to make a pivot table to find the highest payment in each year for each employee. Find payment details for 2011, 12, 13, and 14. So these 4 years. Output payment details along with the corresponding employee name. Order records by the employee name in ascending order. Now here I'm going to take these two statements and I'll put that in the code editor. And I'll come out these two lines. And let's look at the tables given by the question. Right, so here's the data table, and we have actually quite many columns. But if we look at the question here, we need to find the highest payment in each year for each employee and find payment details for 2011 to 2014. So this is going to be condition number 1. And if we look at the table here, we need to locate the column that represents the year, which is this year column here. So I'm going to modify the select statement, select from, as if public salaries. And I'll insert the year column first. And by looking at the table here, we have different columns represent different payment details. Now at this point, if I'm interviewing for a data analyst or data engineer position, and you're giving a problem like this, one thing I recommend that you do is ask a follow-up question to clarify what they mean by payment details. Because a payment detail can be a single column. It can be base pay plus overtime pay plus other pay and so on. And in this case, the payment details is going to be based on total pay. So I'll go ahead and insert the total pay column. And as well as the employee name based on the employee name column. And it's going to be all the columns that we need to answer this question. Now, to create a pivot table using SQL, now I'm using SQL Server. I'll show you two different solutions. The first solution is going to be a little bit more universal solution, which is using case expression. And almost every single database system supports case expression. So first we need to insert the grouping column. In this case will be employee name. Then using the case expression, we can insert condition, then return the corresponding column that met the condition. So for example, here we can say case 1, and that's the syntax. And my condition is going to be year is equals to 2011. And you can insert another condition using the AND or OR operators. But since we only have one single condition, so we can insert our condition here, followed by insert the then statement, followed by the column that I want to return. And it's going to be total pay. Now, if the condition failed, they want to return 0. So we can insert the else statement, followed by the value that I want to return, then end the expression with the end statement. And I'll name this as pay 2011. Now, if I run the query, you have a typo for the table name. Now, if I run the query, now because most likely there's not that much of data occurred in 2011, so only a couple employees will have payments information available. But if we take this statement, and I'll duplicate it 3 more times for each year, and I'll run the query, And that should return the corresponding salary for each employee based on the year that I specified in my condition. Now here, our goal here is to find the highest payment in each year. So we need to insert the, actually not insert, we need to wrap the result with the max function. And here, let me go back. I'll do that for these 4 years altogether. And because we're doing an aggregation operation, so we need to group by the employee name column. And I'll run the query. Oh, group by. And that's return the highest payment in each year for each employee. And because we need to order the records by employee name in ascending order, so let's go ahead and insert the order by statement by employee name. And it's going to be ascending order. And run the query. Let me see, employee name. Oh, I forgot DE. Then we just need to double check, make sure that the employee name is sorted by alphabetical order. And also manually check that we have the current result for maybe a couple records. Then we can click on check solution and the system will mark the solution as solved. Now it's going to be solution number 1. Now if I'm using SQL Server, then we can use the pivot function. Now the pivot function has a very strict syntax. So first, let's do this. We're going to narrow down the data set that contains the records. So here we're going to select employee name, year, and total pay from the source table, SF public salaries. Then we're going to insert the word clause where year is between 2011 to 2014. So make sure that the source data only contains the records that you want to use to create the pivot table. Then here we're going to select here. Let me use this one here. So we're going to select employee name, and it's going to be the grouping field. Now, instead of selecting the year and the total pay, we're going to select the column from the pivot table. Make sure that you wrap the column name with the square brackets. And it's going to be 2011, 2012, 2013, and 14. Right, so let me do these. I think I may made a mistake. So this is going to be the source table. So from, we need to treat this kind of like a subquery. And we need to name the table as, let's call this source table. Then insert a new line, and we want to type pivot. And here we want to basically transpose the data set. So it's going to be max from total year. Actually, total pay, not total year, total pay. Then here we want to type 4, followed by the column that we want to use as the condition. In this case, it's going to be year is in, and it's going to be the lookup values. And make sure that we need to wrap the value with square brackets. These are going to be treated as columns to be used to create the pivot table. So I can simply copy this line here and I'll just copy and paste as pivot table. Then this point, this is going to be the main syntax, and it's going to be selecting the values of columns from the table here. Now, if I run the query, and that should give us the same result. And we need to order by employee name. Now, if I want to make the result set a little bit more complete, and I think this will also give you bonus point when it comes to answering the question. So because some of the values return as blank, and we can fill the blank value with 0 using the isNull function. Basically, we're saying that if the value returns as null value, they want to fill the value with 0. And we'll do the same for the other two columns. Actually, not other two, the other three columns. And that should be it. So let me run the query and just double check. And everything looks good to me. So I can click on check solution. And I also mark this answer as solved. So this is going to be everything I'm going to cover in this video. And hopefully you guys find this video useful. And feel free to post your question or your feedback in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.